start with Luke, please. Luke, congrats on your win tonight. Pretty dominant performance. Was there anything that surprised you? Did it play out pretty much how you thought it would?
Played out pretty much how I thought it would. I thought he could come forward, and I thought I could time him with that right hook. And
use the mic.
Get a mic there.
oh, sorry. Yeah, no, it played out like I thought it would. I thought I could time him with that right hook. When he came forward, he's a little slow with that overhand, right? And I started connecting, and I started getting confident. I didn't feel the leg kick, so kind of checking, almost clean checks, but I was blocking for the most part. And yeah, if I didn't feel the stand-up, I was going to looking to take it down, but at the early knockout. Back to my old ways. It's a good life.
And obviously, you were a little bit dismissive of a potential Tim Kennedy matchup, saying that you're kind of in favor of some fights with UFC guys. Are you going to be able to stay happy and comfortable and confident, fighting Strikeforce fighters? That seems to be the plan right now.
Yeah, if that's the plan, that's the plan. I'll make the most of what we got here. Me and Tim Kennedy the fight was supposed to happen quite a few times, and it just doesn't seem to come to happening. So I always look to bigger and better things, and if the UFC wants to bring in some top contenders, I'm more than welcome to welcome them in our Hexagon, like Gilbert would say.
And Scott, if I could get you to comment on that, I hate to keep bringing it up, but obviously it does get brought up right now that they're supposed to be operating separately, right? I mean, do you guys cringe? Or are you telling guys, hey, please, let's not keep bringing this to the forefront?
I mean, obviously, the fighters want to test themselves and prove that they're number one. And, I think that tonight we saw another fight between Alden and Robbie, which, I thought was going to be a great fight and not go past the second round, and it would end up in a knockout of some kind, and proud of Robbie. But, Tim's going to be back shortly. Robbie's in the mix. We're going to have some other fighters in the mix. So, we'll have a lot of fights for Luke to fight from here on moving forward.
Luke, Jardine was supposed to test you. Do you feel like he tested you? You passed with flying colors?
He was pretty tough. He was stronger in the clinch than I thought. I thought he could dominate a little more in the clinch, but it was somewhat of a test, I'm sure. I mean, a lot of guys couldn't finish him, and I told you guys I'm going to do what nobody has done in quite a while. So, I mean, I believe I did that, and I tried to prove a point. I hope I did.
You had mentioned that you were interested in fighting, some of the top guys. Is there anybody that you kind of have your eye on that you'd like to fight?
I don't really call out. No specific opponents. I just want to fight the best guys, and whatever's up. Strikeforce is Strikeforce, so I'm more than welcome to fight anybody here. Tim Kennedy or even a rematch with Jacare. So, I mean, if they want to bring guys over, let's bring guys over. But I'm content. I'm happy here in Strikeforce. So eventually, I think we'll get the matchups. So I just want to fight the guys that have earned their spot here. And no offense to Keith Jardine, he's a tough guy, and he's a veteran opponent. But I want to fight guys that really earn their spot.
And Luke, if I could just ask you one question, that just your emotion of getting the victory after that fight. You said before the fight, beating Jardine might give you the momentum that you wanted. Was that why you made the comment you did about the UFC guys? Because it seems like you have got Robbie Lawler sitting here, Tim Kennedy. Can you explain sort of the emotion of that win over a big name guy?
It's less emotion, more frustration. But Keith Jardine, it was a short notice fight, and there are some valid challengers out there in my division, and those are the guys I want to fight. Like I said, no offense to Keith Jardine, he's tough, but I want to fight the guys that earn their spot and are top-ranked guys in my division. So,
when you say frustration, is it frustration you haven't been getting fights that you would like? Is that what you're saying?
I've been getting fights that I like. I mean, I couldn't complain about Jacare. I mean, that was a fight I dreamed about for a long time, so I was happy to take that fight. This one just kind of came together at the last minute. Tim fell out, he fell in, so things happen. But for the future, I want to fight guys that are at the top. I want to move up. I feel I'm coming into my prime, and I want to fight the best in the world.
I know you've kind of answered this, but you've kind of gotten off topic. I want to get specifically your thoughts on, because it sounds like you will fight Tim Kennedy in your next fight. You say you want to fight guys who earn their spot. So do you believe that he is a guy who has earned the spot? What kind of challenges does he present to you?
Tim Kennedy I'd say he's the most valid challenger right now, no doubt. We'll see if they can make that fight happen. I'm more than welcome to pose a lot of problems. He's a really tough guy, but I believe my attributes can overcome him. He's a great wrestler and he's a great jiu-jitsu guy, but I think he lacks a little bit in the stand-up realm, and I believe I can catch him there and control the ground similar to how I did with Jacare. So that's the obvious game plan. I'm gonna put it out there right now. Stand and bang, sprawl and brawl. That's how it goes down.